we should just touch on Andy Farrell for a moment, because he's quietly doing the most extraordinary job. And in some respects, when he arrived on the scene and just used the phrase "heads up rugby," he did himself a disservice, because there was an easy breezy aspect to that. Just, you know, we'll set a nice environment behind the scenes, you lads go out and play. And yet what we're seeing here is an Irish team that's full of thought and intricacy and organisation, as well as the heads-up freedom.
Yeah, no, I think that's, whenever you bring in Andy Farrell, you get the benefit of a continuity coach. You get like the next stage. You don't get complete sea change. And I think after the review, after Joe Schmidt went, you would imagine they had to address a few things, and heads-up rugby was probably an overreaction. And I don't know, maybe he regrets it, I don't know, but it felt, I remember hearing that and thinking, it's very, very difficult to play heads-up rugby without some sort of structure. So the Schmidt structure, you complement that with a little bit more freedom, or a little bit more, I'm not sure, just a nicer, softer environment where you can make mistakes. It's more welcomed, or more acceptable, I suppose. It feels like he's just got that balance right, and he's just got a lovely, nice, all the guys, like veterans, Keith Earls, Peter O'Mahony, I'm not sure Sexton, there's someone else anyway. A number of senior players have all come out and said this is the most enjoyable environment I've ever been a part of, which says a lot.
Says a huge amount, huge amount. And I think that's his journey as a head coach. He had never been a head coach before he came. He was one of the world's best defensive coaches, which is really specific. One area, zone in on it. He was brilliant at it, absolutely brilliant at it. But the head coach's role is different, and it takes time. And I had question marks on him just after that, the 21 Six Nations, and to his great credit, he has radically changed as a coach and grown as a coach, because heads-up rugby is rubbish. If you have to create space, then attack space. Create space, attack space. The first try, classic example, Hugo Kearns, right? That, create space, attack space. And that's really smart. Now, he's grown, he's empowered his coaches, he's brought in a great staff around him, the players, all the things Andrew said, but it is highly structured, well thought out rugby, done by exceptionally well conditioned athletes who are really enjoying their environment. And that is ticking all the boxes for a head coach.